Imagine you spawn into a Bedwars game, go to defend your bed, and bam, suddenly your own teammates are dismantling your defense, and there's nothing you can do to stop them. The enemy team breaks your bed, and the team griefers head over to your other bases, one by one, destroying each bed defense, and before you know it, the game is already over. What if I told you this isn't a hypothetical situation, but this actually happens on Hypixel every day? This is what Bedwars players call team griefing, and if you play castles, you're painfully familiar with it. This is one of Hypixel Bed Wars' biggest problems. Team griefing can happen in any Bed Wars mode. All it takes is one player with bad intentions to completely ruin the game for everyone else. Today I'll be focusing on Bed Wars Castles, a mode of 40 versus 40 players. Because of the huge amount of players in this game mode, up to 80 players per game, team griefing is a much bigger problem. Earlier in the video, you saw actual replay footage of players griefing, either using TNT or completely mining each bed defense. As of September 15th, 2025, Hypixel staff rolled out a change claiming that they, quote, disabled being able to place TNT near your team's unbroken beds. Castles has not been back yet, so we don't know the full extent of this change. But while it's definitely a step in the right direction, unfortunately, the team griefing problem is far from resolved. In my dozens of Castles games, most team griefers didn't rely on TNT. Instead, they fully upgrade their tools and go base to base, mining each bed defense. With today's video, you'll see how dozens of players do this, seemingly without any punishment. Meet Arkham Knight. In my recent video, I showed a recording of this player admitting to team griefing for over 2 years without ever being punished. And guess what? When Castles came back in rotation, so too did our team griefer.
And it's the same routine. He sits in the forge at the start till he gets the gear he wants, the good pickaxe, axe, TNT, fireballs, and all that. And then the rest of the game, this is all he does. He literally does nothing else but grief in any way he can.
Meet my friend Spintown. He is Bedwars level 3000 and number 17 on the overall Bedwars leaderboard. This past August, we both played Castles to try to investigate the team griefing problem. I just helped defend square.
Yep, somebody's breaking over there, so it's probably him.
Alright.
There he is.
Right, I'm applying to be a Hypixel admin, so I can ban this guy.
Me and Jay have noticed, like, he has the same routine every day. He goes, griefs the defense till he has either demoralized the defenders of that base to stop trying to defend it, and there's nothing left. And when he's reached that point, he looks around and see, okay, what other defenses around?
Yeah, that's, oh my gosh, how is it still here? No, sir.
If only he did ban Skyblock, he would have been banned immediately.
Oh my gosh. Dude. Oh my gosh. Like, look at all of us standing around here, and like everyone's just complaining about him. And we can't do a thing because the report system just doesn't work.
Yep.
And when we do lose our last bet, oh, invis. Guys, get to the bed. Invis.
Yeah, that's an invis.
It's gone.
Yeah, I'm in square just dealing with him right now.
I'm coming that way. There's going to be an invis coming, so... Oh, it's gone.
Game after game, Arkham destroys defense after defense, fireballs teammate after teammate, and when all the beds are gone, or he runs out of resources, he just leaves and re-queues to do it all over again. And it's not just him, but we've caught dozens of other players doing this.
I found teaming in 27 of the 40 games I played. That's over 67% of the games. 59 different times I ran into someone teaming, and in total there were 43 different individuals caught. It's wild to me, though, that I found more people teaming than I had total games played.
Spin uploaded his own video with detailed research and evidence catching 43 different players griefing within the span of a single Castle's rotation, which is truly wild. I recommend you check out his video and evidence playlist linked in the description below. With groups upon groups of players griefing game after game, some even being high-star well-known Castles players, others hiding behind Hypixel's nickname system, it is clear that this is a big issue. And all of these players are griefing because of one reason: they know they can get away with it. If you ever played Bed Wars and reported a very obvious hacker for scaffolding across the map, you'd be familiar with that handy report message in the chat telling you that your report had been reviewed and a punishment was issued. But unfortunately, when you try to report cross-teaming, the experience is far different. Even though Hypixel has an automated message in chat telling people that cross-teaming is not allowed and to report them using /report, it is generally well known in the Bed Wars community that cross-teaming reports just don't work. In my entire experience on Hypixel, I've reported dozens, maybe even hundreds of players for cross-teaming in different modes, and I've not once received a notification telling me that my report had been reviewed and a punishment was issued. Out of curiosity, I went to the forums to see if players had a similar experience. On July 19, 2025, I posted a poll. If you have reported someone for cross-teaming, what happened? 38 players voted on the poll, and of those 38, 89% of those players claimed they never got a message after submitting a teaming report. Of those 89%, 59% of them claim they even saw the alleged teamers in future games. Of course, these numbers may not be entirely accurate, as we don't know if the players they reported were actually cross-teaming. However, the overwhelming amount of evidence we gathered and the wave of griefers seemingly going unstopped in castles indicates the unfortunate truth here. Cross-teaming reports fly under the radar with little to no punishment from staff, so players just grief and team because they know they can get away with it. Now say hello to the Hunter, another team griefer, and from these replays, a good friend of Arkham Knight. Now, I know these clips seem insane, even to the point that they look staged, but nope, these are actual flashback recordings of a Hypixel replay where Arkham Knight and the Hunter stand on a defense they just destroyed and perform some sort of salute. Now, the Hunter has been seen a lot with Arkham Knight, griefing defense after defense, and he's even been seen disconnecting around the same time, indicating that they likely know each other or may be in a party. Either way, these teamers have the same intention, and some team up in massive parties to do real damage.
And I've told you before that I'm pretty sure that there are certain people that partner with other castles players that just try to get on the opposite team and grief so they can get easy beds.
Oh yeah.
Haven't got proof of it, but I suspect it strongly. He's pillaring up. So, because he's pillaring and he's shifted, they probably didn't see the name, I would guess.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes over here, boom, hits him, and then he's unshifted, and he's like, oh, I'm shifting towards him now. He doesn't want to kill him.
Okay.
And he gives him a gapple, and they go about their ways, and Train goes over here to try to break the bed. I don't remember if he gets it or not right here, but...
No matter what, like, that's an example of pure cross-teaming. Yeah. Train is a veteran player on Hypixel, playing since 2013 with almost 1,500 wins in Bed Wars castles. They even have broken beds 580 times and are currently in a guild with some of the top castle players. As we just saw, Train cross-teamed with the Hunter, and we even saw them griefing their own bed defense in a separate game. Why am I saying this? I'm not trying to publicly shame these players, but I think these are examples of the type of team griefing that can be especially damaging. Active players can grind castles and even use common team griefers like Arkham Knight and the Hunter to feed their stats and get easy beds. So, what can we do to fix this problem? Well, there needs to be more proactive moderation when it comes to cross-teaming reports, especially in castles. It can also be pretty easy to identify these team griefers just by looking at their stats. Take a look at Arkham Knight as an example. In castles, it's generally difficult for a player's win-loss ratio to stray too far from 1, as typically, one player shouldn't have much impact on a game. But Arkham Knight has a win-loss ratio of 0.30, which is truly wild and shows just how many games he has sabotaged. Also, his win-loss ratio is insanely low in other modes, which indicates that he may be team griefing in normal Bed Wars when castles isn't in rotation. This actually gives me an idea. What if there was some reasonable way to detect team griefers in the first place? Maybe not based on win-loss ratio, since that's a bit unpredictable, but the most damaging team griefers in castles are doing this all game non-stop. So Maybe start comparing a player's playtime with the amount of blocks they destroy in their own bases. You could also combine this with the amount of reports that has been made against a player and funnel this through some sort of human review system like Atlas to avoid false bans. Atlas is a system on Hypixel where players can review replays of suspected cheaters and submit a verdict on whether or not the player is hacking. These verdicts are then delivered to staff who make the final decision. Maybe having a cross-teaming report shown to players in Atlas after every few hacking reports would help at least give some attention to teaming reports. Though Atlas needs some big quality of life changes first, like the ability to see the timestamp of the report and the chat replay, which would make it far easier for everyone who reviews reports. Anyways, thanks for watching my video. I've been playing this game for 8 whole years, and I really want to see it succeed. Now, I'm not someone who typically likes to call out specific players, but as a community, we need to continue to show that this kind of behavior is not okay. But hopefully Hypixel can fix this and improve their moderation system so we can all continue to enjoy the game for years to come. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like and comment down below your thoughts on everything. I also linked a Hypixel forum post in the description below if you want to get involved in the conversation. Thanks for watching and have a great day. And look at all that. Wow, that's not even necessary. That's not even necessary.
I mean, this guy should have been obvious, even for an Atlas report. Like, if somebody's doing Atlas, how the f do you not see this shit?